Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. Let us begin our journey on what we should do. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, so every man, woman, and children of Ishgard has heard of the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest's lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace is sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold onto the past without being beholden to it, aye, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers, without glorying in their excesses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned soul to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve us well, I fear. Yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift the beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies. A unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nation's finest. Hosted by Ishgard, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a affirmation. Nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism. It is true, but if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support, for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emmanuelin take part in the Grand Melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds, I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. So, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the Grand Melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough. Make every effort to afford me. So that is their solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair? I wonder. You, whom they have taken into their conference, upon whom they have come so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them? When the proposition is made, will you stand for Ishgard once more? I feel like this is a tough question. What should we do? We have come this far, have we not? Maybe. I will stand for my friends and comrades, not a nation. A little contradiction. It is getting to be a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, that's how I feel. Let's see where it will take us with the second one. A poor choice of words for friends tried and true. Then, the living and the lost. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Admeric wishes to field a force compromising both his temple knights and Hilda's watch. Yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about this. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Well met, soul. Have you spoken with Sir Admeric? I was aware of the Alliance request. So, Sir Admeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficiency of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reasons to doubt his intentions. And these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the events forthwith. As for the watch, did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best man, not her most dispensable. Oh, I feel like I'm a delivery carrier. Alright, where are we going? Seems like down here. Bloody fool doesn't realize he'll have to sit this one out. If all the watch ran off with Sir Admeric to play soldier, who'd be left to keep an eye on things here? Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Admeric's grand soiree. Seems we are expected to join in. It is nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, cause we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldier. Well? Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guest. can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckoned it inspired the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, huh? I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lording, have you? I thought not, on the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace. I suggest we split up and look for him. I would search Foundation, and you the pillars. I carried Honorot to the manor. Our best Charugians are tending to him as we speak. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. So father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs? My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the woman you want to be. Whereas, I am a son of a house for temps, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, That was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wandered amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion with faith and conviction. They dictated themselves to their cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Honorot, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Sir Admiric, and I will make my own decision. The Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matters demands his personal attention? I see. Very well, you may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee. Proceed. How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even try to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted. where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Emmanuel. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Emmanuel de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
God help me. I think it might be love. I dare say, it might be cheating too. Your merely presence is enough to turn the tides of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was fair inspired to pledge myself to the cause. But that would be improper. This is their fight, and yours, not mine. Sir Admeric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, and in sight of the capital. An announcement has been made, and Allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, Sol. We must not fail. A rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against Allied forces, outside of Cartonul. Perhaps. I would not miss this for the world. Or perhaps what kind of monster are we fighting now? Let's see. There she is. I say, when you didn't appear, I began to question. Nothing. Never mind. Ahem. To think that we are mere moments away from facing the cream of Eorzea's soldiery in battle. That am mere... But what if... Oh, what am I saying? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory, of the glory, of the stories I will tell Honorut when he awakes. I am ready, old girl. Are you? Alright. By the Fury. How could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it is sudden, but we believe the men would find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fortemps into battle. Pray do us this honor. During the Grand Melee, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Yuda, Britannian, and Limsa and Lominzan forces will be pitted against a company of Ishgardian forces. When a combatant is incapitalized, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. The first company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, officiants may mark certain combatants with the Fury Gaze, which will be indicated by an ethereal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most combatants will award your company 1 tactical point. Defending marked combatants will award your company 10 tactical points. Marked combatants also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defending and defeating these combatants is the key to victory.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard.
All is ready then. Very well.
Cyclops! Cyclops! Everyone on your guard! All forces, fall back! Continue the melee. I will deal with him. Daft sod. You hurt the man. Back to it. All forces, form a line on Sol. Now! Private. I will not lie. I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all.
Did she win? Then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors. Let the fury rule on our side.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them. Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time, as Minfilia would have done.
Bells balls. I have forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the blood sands have I had the privilege. Not since the bulls of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the overcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you have come, how much you have endured. Our fight only confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day, when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go. Go to the Ishgardians and celebrate your victory. You have earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us. Lead on, Father. Said your goodbyes. In all the years I have known Ruban, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into places. Does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Eorzean alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud, Soul. You made this happen. You have learned the emote victory. Okay. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna take a couple sip of water. Alright. My water break is done, and let's get back on with the show. We have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory we so desperately needed. There is naught left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us.
My lord!
Au revoir, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick of you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Racevelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He'll be glad of your assistance.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Stola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
They say you dueled General Ruban within a ring of flames. I did not think the man so ostentatious. With that, I could have seen it. After we parted ways in Matoya's cave, I returned here to speak with Tarutaru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Minfilia had reached an impasse. I subsequently learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep to myself for a time. I am wont to rely on you over much when we are together, and I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let us make for Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Aritorio has need of our assistance. Well met, Mistress Han, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house, but you, my lady, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend. And so they came. By grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Elfinard, you will do naught but enjoy yourself. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. Well, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Excellent. I only hope Thancred and the others will not be late. Epochal events do not come around very often.
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
Ah, how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thornton, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Resvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer.
Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me.
Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end. Losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us give them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thornton?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge!
Seven Hells!
Take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it! Death to Nidhogg! 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 Death to Nidhogg!
There they go, the last of the guests, having come hither with hope in their hearts. They depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some small hope that what you had seen in Azalea was an illusion. Perhaps. But he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Admeric. For a mercy, Fidomir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annex Shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thorland, but to his kindred. War is coming, and ye who do not stand with us stands apart. She was an example, a message to her blood, another instrument of his vengeance, like Estinien. When I said I wished to speak with you after the conference, I confess I envisage rather happier circumstances, if anything. However, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say. Not to the Warrior of Light, or even my fellow scions, but to you, Soul, my friend. But not here, no. Ah, but of course, the intercessory in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside?
Forgive me. That took longer than expected. You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I, in our very own falling snows, as Lord Horsham called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight, and why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinien at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinien, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinien, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try. We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Soul. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time. But I am glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance on Estinien, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Such is the infatuous power of hope. Right. This is quite enough solemn introspection for one night. I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Tartaru. She stays for us at Fort Tamp's Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Yet again, we walk an all too familiar path. I am reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted successor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our turn to return the favor. Here, let no one say that the Scions do not repay their debt. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Yoda and Papalimo? Or if we gave up hope for bringing Menphilia back? Though she knew it would cost her dearly, Menphilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of this star, of the rift between Zodiac and Hydaelyn, and of the Ascian's aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. You have learned the emote battle stance.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinien. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raised their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Caution, Yoda. That is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them. Not until we know more. Ah, Mistress Han, it is well that you are here. You're wanted within. I believe Master Alfina wishes a word with you. Well, come, Mistress Han. Shall I show you inside the manor? Well, of course. Ah, Soul, there you are. Have you a moment? There is something I would fain discuss. I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the Peace Conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd, in the guise of Estinien. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one who gave me reasons to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation to Azalea, I feared him lost forever, but the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus did I turn to Yostola and Crowley for a more empirical appraisal, and full glad am I that I did, for I would seem they have some observation of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinien's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when you took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Fulcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I described dark tendrils which entangled his very being.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion, that the something else I'd sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean?
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinien's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah! I found you at last! A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly? The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
What news has Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? Might Sir Edmeric perchance have received words of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hraesvelgr?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinien's report was most particular about Hraesvelgr's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal. And if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord. Though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then. We will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you, of all people, understand the threats we face now. It is no imposition, Sir Admiric, to Sol and I. Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is all that we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed, with that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Taru that you will be escorting me to Solm. I confess, I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are as yet unknown to me. We will summon House Fregar at Zenith in the churning mist, ere we begin our ascent. However, I think it's best that we pay a visit to Annick's shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiation? I do. I will consult with Fiddlenir. I propose this in part of our concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravanian's forelands, then. Heh, heh, heh. So, the younglings have learned their place. Do not worry. My intention is not to foster ill relations, but to teach. The younglings grow too prideful. doubting the strength of men, but thanks to you, they now understand. Ah, 'tis the warrior of warriors and her companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Fiddlenear. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thoughtst to protect me, mortal. I was tempered by the fires of battle, ere thy great grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace, when men and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor? For a truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingered. That much is plain. Yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Psalm-El to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Fully, thou knowest as well as I know he will answer. Has Fregar's heart remains unchanged, then? A pity. But if it is fully to hope, I am content to die a fool. As have ever been the way with thy kind, go then, be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Fiddlenear. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Though I expected no better answer from Fiddledeer, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. It would seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I have anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alfinard. Scout ahead if you wish, Soul. We shall join you outside Mogholmi. I have heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream one's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinien and Yasole yet walked at our side. Upopo? Is that you, Sol? Ah, if it isn't Mog. Don't tell me you have forgotten my name, Hoopo. After all, we have been through together. But at least you remembered me. You do remember me, don't you, Sol? How could you mistake me for that overstuffed throne warmer? I am Moghan, the courageous Mogul who guided you to Zenith, Kupo. But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mogholmi, Kupo? Ah, another audience with old Hasfregrar. Well, I hope you have brought the horn, Kupo. With the winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should reach the great worm's ear easily enough. That is good to hear. Malkin. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith while the winds are in our favor. Now that was unexpected, Kupol. Chieftain Malkin will want to hear about this. I'm gonna be right back. dare summon me again, mortals?
Great Hraesvelga, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelga. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people. Foresaw mine intent.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope? I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Zel upon your back? So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Sway inrata Tosca this die an. Sosk kin. Skor ich les io.
Okay, and that is all for today. And until next time, have a good day or night.